What if I told you you could be looking at the real face of Jesus Christ? Now you want to stay tuned to this because I'm going to show you how you can actually view this, but we're going to discover an extraordinary fusion between AI and technology and history. That's the Shroud of Turin face that I've superimposed over that face. Now you might have seen this face before, but if you don't know what this is the Shroud of Turin face, and this is one of the most recent premier Christianity magazines. On the front cover it shows the Shroud of Turin. So there's a lot of interest now regarding the Shroud of Turin as more and more evidence seems to indicate that it is the authentic burial cloth of Jesus Christ. Now I met with a friend of mine called Tony Cutcliffe, and he has done this fantastic booklet for all those who want to know about the Shroud of Turin. Now this booklet, I've not seen anything like it, in the market so far, because it just gives you everything you need to know about the Shroud of Turin. So if you don't know much about it, it's a good place to start. So that's the sort of thing that's on it, and it's got wonderful pictures and everything of the Shroud of Turin. So it tells you all about the history and the science. So the science and the history, and it gives it in such a way and brief. And also it's a great booklet what you can pass on to your friend or your family or members at church. If they want to get to know what the Shroud of Turin is all about, this is the booklet for them. It also goes into some detail of the passion, the crucifixion and the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and it links that in with the shroud, because there's real markings on the shroud and everything, so that tells you a lot about the history and markings and everything like that. But if you do want this, I'm going to put the link on my bio page on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, it's going to be in the description, so I'll pick this up. There's also a website there, so you can take that down now if you want and go to that website, and that's where you can get these booklets from. Now I think the Shroud of Turin has already been shown by science to be the real burial cloth of Jesus, and the reason I say that is because there's only 3 skeptical science that's on the Shroud of Turin, and it's already been debunked and debated and heavily criticised. The C14 date, some kind of bishop confession that never got sent to the Pope, and some other things. But there's so much evidence now that puts the Shroud of Turin in the first millennia. They found coins with the Shroud of Turin on it, and that's in the booklet as well. But also, you just know, because an artist cannot actually, they wouldn't even have the conception or the knowledge of negative images, and the Shroud of Turin, to look at with the naked eye, is a negative image, and it's got the markings of a real crucified man, and even the markings themselves, like you've got the blood stains. Now the blood stains have even got watermarks around it, like pulmonary fluid, which is when the blood components start to separate after death, you get a clear liquid, and the Gospels actually say that water and blood came out of Jesus' side. So around that side as well, under UV light, so some of it only shows up under UV light, you see the pulmonary fluid around blood stains. Now an artist would not even think to even include that. They won't do negative images either. No negative images have been in the past. There's no 3D images. This is an holographic image as well. Also, it's 3D. So the actual Shroud of Turin is 3D, and that concept just wasn't a concept back then. Not to this complexity anyway. Las Alamos laboratory in America, they looked at this, and I've noticed I've been looking at the wrong camera, and it's that one, sorry. Yeah, so the Las Almas laboratory, they've done used a machine on it. They can actually read the 3D depth information on the Shroud of Turin. So it's just incredible. It just wouldn't occur to an artist to do anything like this. It's just, and this is why I think it's got to be either a natural accident or supernatural. If Jesus' resurrection involved a lot of radiation and light, then it would burn onto the cloth. But the other thing is, the image layer is so thin that it rules out paints, liquids, dyes, burning and UV light. So everything else goes further into a cloth than 0.2 microns. So we're talking 0.2 millimeters. The thickness of the image layer, which is incredibly thin. So whatever's caused it had to be particle energy or some kind of very light gas or something, anything like that, but it just cannot be done naturally. I mean, it can't be done by an artist or anything like that. I mean, from a scientific perspective, you say, you know, it might be some natural occurrence that we don't fully understand yet. So it's just a remarkable cloth, and we've got a lot of evidence now. It goes back into the first millennia. As I said, they've got coins on it. It's been described by people who've actually changed the interpretation of the Bible to include the image on Jesus' burial cloth. So back in the 6th, 7th century, I think it was, a bishop or a priest included, it's the Masoretic text, they included the actual description of John seeing the image on Jesus' burial cloth. So it's been mentioned in 216 AD. It's also been mentioned of a mirror image of both sides of a body. So there's just so much to unpack on the Shroud of Turin. It's just, you just can't do it in one video. So I suggest getting this, having a look at it. It's in the description, and obviously like, share and subscribe to my channel.